Good, all right. Good morning and good evening, wherever you guys are. My dear people suffering from vestibular, Vestibular, vertigo is going to be the first thing that you hear. I want to record this because I want to share with you what my journey has been so far and how I've gotten better to walk and around and run around and do my errands. I want to share with you that even back in June, the end of June, when I went to the hospital, that I had vertigo before for like maybe a day and a half, and I never did anything about it or knew that it could stay that long. So I waited a couple of days and until I went to the hospital to check what was going on with me. I said, let me wait a couple of days, see if it goes away, and then I went. On June 19th or 20th, I went to the emergency room. They did everything there. MRI scan, CAT scan. They're just looking to see if you're having a stroke, uh, blood pressure, if you could have anything that could be underlying that's an emergency to take care of. They're not really looking for vertigo, but they will feel it. If you're dizzy, nauseous, I'm not nauseous. Thank God I never did get nauseous. I got more anxious. Um, when I just held on to dear life. But the first question that I asked myself is because I think that all human beings, we're all here to learn something from whatever experience we have. It doesn't matter whether it's vertigo or whether we're all here to learn something. It doesn't mean a diagnosis. Even people with cancer, if you set up in your mind that you're here to have this for life, then that's what you're creating and what you're endorsing for yourself and letting yourself believe. Um, I remember that I'm now very calm, and I wanted to do this video because I can tell you a little bit more about more calmly what I went through. I spent from June, the end of June or July, all of July, I was doing the Epling maneuver because I went out to search for myself. I love to research solutions. Not I read enough of the symptoms, but I read the solutions. Please find me the cure for this. Find me the solution for this. And I joined the vestibular groups, uh, all the ones that I could that I liked at in Facebook, and I looked at a lot of YouTubes. I looked up a lot of documents, and I printed them out. I have a printer, wireless printer, and it gave me the facility to do that. In the meantime, I want to tell you, I suffered, I cried, uh, I compared symptoms that nobody else had. One of my medications turned out for blood pressure, whatever, was making me itch, and since then it's been changed. So I'm going to rule that out because it may not be your situation. Maybe it is. Uh, when you read side effects it can be quite confusing on a pill. Dr. Google is not always right. Um, and I'm going to turn off that light. It's ignoring me. But anyhow, I was one of those people that when I first started, when I see new members sign in to the groups or whatever, I see that the first thing that they go is, "Oh my God, help me! I want back my life." And yes, I thought that. I thought all the horrible thoughts that anybody can imagine. I don't want this. I thought I was going to be disabled for life. That's probably you too. I thought, oh my God, but it doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are. It doesn't matter what age or what creed or what part of the country or the world are you at. Um, everybody, we all share a story, and we all share a situation called vestibular. The reason why I emphasize the word vestibular is because on the vertigo I found very little. All I kept finding was over and over was explanation of what vertigo is and what the symptoms is and what to do, and they show you simple exercises that you can get rid of it um, in a few minutes. Well, I kept doing my Epley exercises. I didn't know which ear it was, although I knew that this one was the one that was ringing, the right one. So I kept hanging my head upside down from my bed and feeling, oh my God, I gotta get up. I then would scream and vent and put "Does anybody believe me?" in my Facebook page, and I would ask my family members, people that knew people with vertigo, find out. I would share videos of what I was feeling so that they would understand better, that I could explain, because at the beginning you're gonna stutter, you're not, your brain's gonna like freeze. You can't think. I'm sure most of you who are seeing this. So I kept asking for those things, and I kept getting people and solutions from people that had it and got over it. And some of them took weeks, some of them took months, some of them were 16 years old, and all we need to do sometimes is be heard. But that said, I even consulted psychics. Okay, four of them concluded, and they felt that one of my medications was affecting me. Okay, so that's when I changed my cholesterol pill, and I went to a psychiatrist, and I got something to calm me down. I'm not going to share it with you here because I'm not endorsing medication. You check with your doctors in your area, wherever you're at. And this is something that would you call it? The Veda organization, unfortunately, because we live in a world where nobody can give any medical advice over the phone, nobody wants to give it to you. But one thing that I will tell you, after I did the Epley for 4 weeks or 3 weeks, by the time I got to the ear, nose, and throat doctor, which is the guy that had the whole balance exercise, it could be the neurologist or the ENT. I prefer the ENT because they can see you faster. I always Google to see if they don't have a waiting list, how long is their waiting list, than the neurologist. The neurologist is crazy, the waiting time. So before I got there, by the time I got there, I had already resolved the crystals in the head or whatever it is in the ear, and they were back into place. It says it. And of course, that doctor gave me some exercises for balance. Okay, it was a small sheet with 3 little exercises. I go, what the heck is this going to do for me? But I kept reading into this group, whichever one. Some people prayed for me. I kept praying because I'm doing affirmations, and I keep sending light to all the parts of my body. And we're all built in the universal source, God, whatever you want to call it, image. So there's something that either we have to learn. This is not a punishment. This is not hell. This is just something that feels that way, and we can get ourselves out of it and to a functioning state. How long does it take? That's not a definite. Don't be counting on how long it's going to take you to get better. Anyhow, by the time I got to the ear, nose, and throat doctor, well, my exercises for my second visit, I had already resolved. Well, by the time they did the exercises, I had already resolved the BPPV. When I went back, the doctor was not recommending, even though his paper said do physical therapy or whatever, or come back to get more exercises done. That doctor's bedside manner was not the greatest. You're gonna face those. You're gonna see those. Basically, what happens is that not all doctors are doing this all day, and if you're lucky enough, a vestibular rehabilitation therapy or a physical therapy that's licensed in vestibular therapy will know what to do. But luckily, a lot of people also know, nurses, Uber drivers, everybody that I came across in. Okay, I take Ubers everywhere, so that's my part of lifestyle. I don't drive because I don't feel like it. And so I was renting an apartment also. I asked every single person that came to interview, oh, I apologize, I have vertigo. And everybody would volunteer happily, what they did. Okay? Some people like meclizine. I didn't want to because one of the people I asked suggested not to take meclizine because one of the side effects, it could make you dizzy and you're numbing yourself up. Anyhow, something that calms your anxiety. Get your anxiety under control. And then once I got that under control, I actually started to really exercise. It doesn't mean I didn't exercise before. Obviously, I told you I did the Epley for a whole month. But then, once I got the anxiety under control and calmed down, even though I started to do more of the videos that I found one by Sanford. It's called Vestibular Therapy or Vestibular Rehabilitation. It's a gentleman. that's explaining to you softly, slowly, everything that you need to do, and you pause that video several times on YouTube. I have shared it multiple times. I found a few others that are individuals that are actually showing you uh, uh, what they did to recuperate. And I kept reading consistently, no matter what group I was in, the Dizzy group, the Vertigo support group, everybody that seemed to get better. All I kept reading was not the complaints, because I kept reading that the solutions, that most consistently the conversations I was looking at on my big screen, the conversations that said that they got better was vestibular therapy. I go, that's what I need to be doing. And okay, I was scrambling all over the place. I've done videos walking across this house and back and forth, and I started to get up from that couch. And I live alone. I don't have anybody helping me. I called my nieces over. I called people that I needed love from. I told them, I was screaming at them until I calmed down. Okay? I'm talking to you about the end of September is when I actually started to physically get up. But I was holding on to the sofa, sleeping on inclined beds. Pillows on my bed. And then I found I could sleep on my left side okay, and I wouldn't get dizzy, and I would hang on there for the whole day. But then I got moving. But even though I wasn't actually physically getting up, I actually was doing the exercise of moving my eyes left to right, following the finger, all those different, whatever you could do laying down. Anyhow, there are videos all along with positive, because I heard that one lady at the hospital, when I went to the emergency room, I had a medical appointment where I fainted. It was all about stress, right in the lobby. And my hearing would go, and I couldn't hear, and I had to go, oh my God, my hearing is going. And it turns out I ended up, by God's will, ended up having to go back to the hospital because I felt I lost something, got something into my ear. And the doctor that attended me was there. She says, it's all part of it. It gets worse before it gets better. Dr. Hudek, I remember she was, and she had vertigo. And she says, I'm empathy. I empathize with all my clients that have it because I had it myself. That said, you start finding out more and more people that had it and continue to work and function and return back to their life as normal. That could give me confidence. And it made me do the exercises even more. I didn't know if I was doing them perfectly or not, but every day, like a routine, and I'm not a routine person. Like this morning, I got up to hit play, and the reason why I'm looking there behind me is because there's a video. I have my video with an HDMI cord, my computer, connected to a 40-inch screen. Okay? I kept hearing sticks. I got a walking stick. You could get a cane. I asked a person in hospice if they had any walkers, okay, with wheels in front of them, because I started noticing that I could walk around with my garbage can that has wheels. So I go, okay. And I wasn't embarrassed. I don't care. You shouldn't care what anybody thinks about you or what you look like. If you do, okay. So by all means, but I don't think bling bling your walker. I could have gemstones, whatever, if you're a lady. If I want to put strings around this and I feel like a medicine man. Okay, I could put feathers, whatever. Anyhow, and I kept doing the exercises over and over again. I did eyes. I do eyes when I couldn't stand up, because I can't stand up all the time. I swear, I was on that couch. There was boxes from Amazon. I lived on delivery for 3 months. There was boxes accumulating on me. I thought my life was over. I thought, this is it. I'm going to have to live to an aging home, and this is going to be my life. I thought the worst things. I thought I was going to fall and hurt myself and walk into a table and smash my head. I haven't fallen to this moment, except for the day that I fainted and I felt it. And there was a lady in the lobby that said, "No, you just rolled over so gracefully. You didn't fall." I think I got lucky. I had people close to me. People are more caring than you think about. And now I notice, like, sometimes I use the cane, and sometimes I let go of it, because now when I feel better, I I start not using it. I raise it. But what I noticed that is that the exercises are like, if you hear carefully, the exercises that you do are there to challenge you and make you dizzier, but it stops. You wait 10 seconds for it to go away. And that's what I did. Okay? Like I said, I did not do all the exercises in order, but every day I did something. And while you're doing dishes, while you're going to the back to pick up water, when I'm going like that, I'm actually going like this with my head up and down. And if you notice, there's videos of me all over doing my head and walking up and down, and I was walking one foot in front of the other. I found it helpful because I one foot in front of the other while I'm looking at something on the wall, and that helped me out a lot. I noticed that every 2 weeks I would get better and better and better, and I stopped trying to measure progress by each moment that I do the exercises. I don't look at the measure of the progress. I realize it and I go, aha, a month ago I wasn't here. And I tell you, so said that, I'll go back to from September until October. By October the 14th, I was up out of the sofa. My house was perfectly decorated, and I had my birthday party. My family came, they brought me a cheesecake, and that was so cool. I felt so great about my birthday. I mean, I am a guy who loves music, loves meditation music, and I have one of those Echo Dots. I could tell her to play meditation music. I played also a lot of music around my house for 428 hertz on YouTube, so I could hear it on my. Now I have it hooked on to my speaker, so that the whole day you're listening to relaxing music while you're going on, and it's very helpful. It really does work. Now 423 hertz, you find them all over YouTube. And then I found out that I started noticing for a short while that my vision was being affected, the sound. And it's all, like I said, I noticed that the whole vestibular system, when you notice vestibular system, everything is all connected. So what did I do? Thanks to this gentleman, Sean, I always mention him. He posted a video, Sean Pangs, about dimming all your lights. Okay, so I had the phone, the tablet, and the computer to dim the lights. But then I found out that I go, okay, I cannot concentrate. What do I do? In my case, what I did, I couldn't sit still, but I stood up and watched an entire show, focusing, and I forced myself to watch the show until it didn't get me dizzy and I could concentrate long enough on the video. One thing you cannot allow yourself to be is you need to be brave. If you need to, courageous, whatever you need to write. Brave is the word that I was given, BRAVE, because it's easy to remember. And I was told by someone to write brave and focus on the letter A. And then I read and to connection, I said, okay, you have to have a busy pattern in front of you. So I was going to take a shirt and all this kind of stuff, but now I just put it on a busy pattern divider that I have, room divider. And I put the letter somewhere, and I kept doing my exercise, just staring at that A, and the letter brave, B.R.A.B.E. So I did that, and I continued to do those exercises, and then, like I said, every day I managed to get up, get dressed, get myself together, and sometimes I didn't. Sometimes I hung out in shorts. And let me tell you, so for some folks, just about 2 days ago, or yesterday for crying out loud, I decided that I didn't like emotionally just look at my shorts, because those are the shorts that I went to the hospital in. Those are the shorts that I was walking around in. Those are the shorts that I felt miserable in. So I cut them up and I burned them up. I said, that's not me anymore. I don't claim this sickness. It doesn't belong to me. Whatever this is, whatever it's called, yeah, we have to give it labels, but then I come back and you have to rethink what you want to call it, If you want to be have a pity party and hang out and then wear the PJs all day, and it's okay. You know, like I said, for a while, even my boxes from Amazon were piling up because I used to wet them, tear them up, and throw them out. I couldn't do that. I couldn't take my garbage out. I paid somebody $20 to do that, and they were happy. If it's not 20, it's 10. It was my roommate. But all I knew that I said I needed to keep going, and I kept seeing the answers. And once I saw the answers and I got enough confidence in myself, I stopped calling people. I started posting videos, and I started getting up. And the only people that I called was the people that could actually assist me. This is a very selfish disease. You got to call the people that are actually going to help you with your exercise, and you're getting better. And once you get started, you don't stop, and that's your priority. The couple of times that I stopped and that I didn't do exercises because somebody was either holding me back, but I do have a friend that talks to me forever on the phone from Spain through Messenger. Now we have access throughout the whole world, and she stayed with me, and she goes to me, okay, you're gonna get better, and that helped me through the anxious moments. And sometimes I would even invent things that I don't know how she has the patience. Thank God, I've known her for 19 years, that to hear me out. And her father had tinnitus, so that kind of helped. Anyhow, long story short, I stuck with the Sanford Clinic exercises, and I still do to this day until I can memorize them. And every now and then I have it bookmarked into my what do you call it, my browser, my Chrome, so I can go ahead and play it again if I need to remember some of the exercises. But by now, I'm finding that as busy as I am, walking outside, I don't like to walk idly. Personally, I don't. So I like to go to a mall, an open mall, because this is South Florida. The weather is great. And the first visit was not that great, but it went good. I felt very happy with myself and resolved. I was in tears of joy. The tears from fear, it turned into joy or frustration. They turned into joy tears. So I went and I did a video of that. And trying on clothes and up and down, and I forced myself to look at the lights. I went to Target. I also stared at the lights, stared at the floor. The third time that I went out, I didn't see it. I didn't go out 3 days consecutively. My legs hurt, just like a workout. It's like going to the gym. If you've been sitting around for a couple of months, trust me, if you're gonna go out, if you walk, things are gonna hurt. Normal. Give yourself a time to recuperate. Now, a decent time sleep. They tell you, yes, keep moving, stay moving. Like right now, I'm sitting at a bar stool. I couldn't sit at my bar stool. Stay moving, stay active. If I'm sitting at this counter, because I noticed that I have a tendency to sit here too long, and you don't see the counter, but it's like my desk, my dining room, my everything. And I have my papers and everything, and I jot down. I like to journal. Okay? One thing that is good to get just your thoughts out of the gutter is to journal and say, thank you, God, whatever. Like a nice thick one, doesn't matter. Just grab a piece of paper, whatever's closest to you. And affirmations while you're playing your 428 hertz. That is wonderful. Gratitude affirmations are fantastic. I am grateful for that I'm healthy. I am grateful that I have a life. I am grateful that I have a roof. We have such a tendency to compare ourselves with social media anyhow, that you don't want to continue to read the stories that are not helping you. You can help, but you're not here to rescue the entire world. There's going to be somebody else that's going to grab that person. Have the faith that there's always someone for everybody in this entire world, and they're going to be able to make it, even if you're not. Your answer is not the one that they're going to get, and that's the reason why I'm doing this video, because I want to be able to share it. I would say, if you want exercises, go into YouTube, go into Google, and put videos, because I like videos rather than reading them. After I calmed down, then I was able to read some of them and more or less follow them. I have a long list from several universities. University of Michigan, I think, has one. But what you want to write is vestibular rehabilitation. By Thanksgiving, I'm going back to my time. October the 14th on my birthday, I was sitting up celebrating. By Thanksgiving, I actually got in the car with my family, and I was able to go up at night, and because I've walked at night and day, and enjoy a great Thanksgiving. My ear was ringing like crazy. I took my steak with me. I was wearing a fabulous hat. Everybody was going with they love the hat. They know that I wear whatever the heck I want. And so it was cool. And but pay attention to the people that are recovering. I would suggest that's what I did. I paid attention to the stories of the people that are recovering, because in my case I need to stay positive. I have to practice what I preach. I'm a spiritual counselor, and what I had to have had to put into practice what I do and what I've learned along the way. If you can do a 5 minute exercise or a 1 minute exercise a day, if you can light a candle or a piece of incense, or if you put on a little special little perfume and get dressed and do the whole motion, those simple little things, be grateful that you did something for that day and write it down. Or mentally, just say, I am grateful that I was able to walk today. I'm grateful that I was able to do those exercises today. I am grateful. And I'll tell you right now, we're getting close to Christmas. And I've already gone to the store 3 times and done some great, wonderful shopping, walking around. I don't know if you saw that video or not, but I didn't even dress up. I just pick up my steak. And hey, when it comes to Friday, sometimes I go ahead and I go get myself a little bottle of champagne. I did the wine, and you may feel what do you call it? Like you're waving, not spinning. And if you wave around, why not wave around with music? It's kind of like interesting when you play music to the rhythm. You kind of like and laugh about it. Self-criticism. Don't criticize yourself in your head. If you find yourself, continue to forgive yourself in your head every single minute, second, and time that you find yourself criticizing yourself because you made a mistake, because you dropped something. Don't oh my God yourself. Don't oh my God, look what I did. That is such a terrible thing to feel, because it's only making you feel worse and worse and worse, and you're not that bad. Okay? It doesn't matter to me how long it's going to take. Like I said, time is no limit. Or when you start doing exercises. I never waited for a diagnosis, like I said. I got the BPPV, whatever it is, benign positional PV, and the ear ringing could suggest many ears, but I said, and my neurologist told me, do not feel that you have everything that you read, because every bad thing, we are all programmed, wired to believe that it's us, and it's not. We don't have everything that is in there, so that is written down. We don't have everything that's on Google. We don't have all those things. Don't start freaking out. Hey, if you got a migraine, take something for a migraine. If you got a stomachache, take something for a stomachache. If you get dizzy during sexual pleasure, okay, enjoy the wild ride. Okay, just be giddy with yourself. And the people that I don't really care to slow down. I'll know when to slow down. Okay, I noticed that there are people that are a little bit older, I don't know, for whatever reason, and I've noticed that a lot of people with vestibular, like myself, we all have emotional situations, and sometimes we're giving advice from an emotional fear point of view. And I want to make sure that I don't go there, and I don't want you to go there, because we all have a capacity to go ahead and alter and shift from saying, hey, slow down, hey, do this. No, yeah, hey, I'll know. My body will tell me when it needs to relax. And you will know when your body tells you, hey, take a nap if you can. Take a relaxation. Take a bath. Go out. I used to go out and spray myself under the hose when it was summer. And cool myself off with the bathing suit. Anyhow, this video is getting to be 30 minutes long. And I don't know how far you're going to get. But just so you know, at this point, I don't know the percentage that I'm at. I would say I'm at like 80% or maybe a little bit less. whatever the percentage is. I don't know how to measure the percentage of how well I am. I know I have setback days, and then there's days that come forward. It gets worse before it gets better. But what I did today, and what I'm going to do every day, God willing, when I can, and I don't have to attend some other things that are banking that take priority. Oh, this is priority. I get up out of bed, and I get up looking forward to just do my walk across the living room and come back, get my coffee, and I do everything while doing exercise and incorporating into my day already. Once you got it down, I'm doing my coffee. I got the word in front. There's always something that you can look at and do this while you're making your coffee. And like I said, you're gonna make mistakes because you're concentrating on your exercising if you're not a multitasker. But anyhow, don't let yourself believe and reach out to people that don't let you believe that you're not gonna get better. Leave people that let go of the people that tell you, oh. And I for some reason I got used to it, but I don't like those little teary faces that I see when people put on Facebook. I just go, oh, okay, that's a poor person that's suffering, and it's okay. I guess that's the way of people suffering. That's not my style. I guess no. I guess no. I know that I studied positive thinking for about 35 years of my life already, and self-applied psychology, and not just sit back and observe to see if you're feeling depressed or not, so you can get a hold of that. And there's a whole bunch of natural treatments that you can take so you don't even get addicted. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with medication, but natural stuff at least doesn't get you addicted. So anyhow, that said, look up Sanford Clinic, Vestibular Rehabilitation Exercises. That's my favorite video. There are other ones. There's another one from India. I can't remember the names right now. But just so you know, they are out there and there is recovery. And I just put a whole video just 2 days ago where I went shopping and I just went around the whole store. I was so happy in the holiday spirit. I still am. Because I just felt great, and I can walk around in a mall and a store and go walk outside, and I live in a busy street, walk outside, walk to the next door, do my stuff, and run around, and just know that I'm not going to fall apart, and it gives me the confidence to do it again. Okay? Maybe at nighttime I'll feel insecure, but the next day I know that I will pop back up, and you will know. And you can pop back up, but don't allow that knowledge to interfere with your drive, your inner core strength that you're praying for, because your prayers are going to be answered. Okay, that you're going to have the strength, and you have the strength. Not that you're going to have. You have the strength to be complete, and you have the strength to be able to move forward. And just remember, you're learning something so that you can down the road help others on the way, and even during, like I am doing right now. I'm not completely done. I know that I'm going to get better, and I know I'm going to get completely well. I don't know if it's going to take me 2 years. I hope not. But I see people that are still giving me support. I feel great enough right now that I'm happy. Oh, I noticed last night that I was thinking, I just feel great. And I feel grateful, and I'm glad, and so happy. I mean, and Christmas, I'm looking forward to having dinner on top of the ocean, and I will do it. I got my clothing prepared. Think about it. Listen to what I'm talking about. I got my clothing prepared, what I'm going to wear for Christmas, where it's going to be. And I was just telling you, I was back there on my sofa holding on for dear life 5 months ago, 4 months ago. But 3 months ago, I was already moving my eyes and moving my exercise and doing the Epley, and I was already doing stuff. And I was on the phone with endless phone calls to who could help me and how I could get physical therapy. For me, I couldn't get physical therapy, but even if you could get 2 sessions to get more personalized exercises. But then that's up to the trainer to come up with personalized exercises for your type of vertigo. You know what? I don't care. I mean, I would have loved to have done that, but it wasn't I didn't have it. Every time I tried, for some reason, I either missed the call, but I was on the phone a whole day, I think in the morning until 5 o'clock in the afternoon before, because it was a Friday, trying to find out how my insurance was going to take care of vestibular therapy. Insurance doesn't do that. They take care of physical therapy, and it's a good chance maybe they have a vestibular training. Okay. Anyhow, that said, that's all really that I want to share with you guys. And depending on how I get and how I progress, I will share more videos. But this one is pretty cool. I wanted to do this one from the heart. I do everything from my heart. And just wish you all a happy holiday. I mean, I even put on a red shirt so that I could sit down in front of my video and just help you guys, help someone get better, because it's not the end of your world. Okay? No matter where you are, who you are, you can find your own resources and be your own advocate. And if you're screaming at the doctor, and you have to, you're not a victim of the doctor. You have to let them know in a stern voice so that they listen to you, because unfortunately sometimes doctors feel that they know it all. And no, they need education too. That said, just work on yourself mentally, spiritually, and physically exercising. You have to apply yourself, journal it, journal your emotions, get moving, even if it doesn't have to be in order. It's kind of like working out. You have to face it. Therapy, if you face your fears, you're no longer fearful. When you grieve, it doesn't happen in order. So, because we've all lost somebody, at least. Well, I guess some of us have lost people. We've known how the grieving process happens. So, yeah, this is not the new normal. I do not accept the new normal. No, 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 no. This is us in action. Us in action. This is in action against vertigo, vestibular. I don't even like to give it a name. Whatever it is, the floaty feeling. That's it. That's my name. The floaty feeling. Okay? The dizzy, floaty feeling. Hey, it's like going to Disney. I live in Florida, and going on a roller coaster ride. I let go of those a long time ago. But anyhow, I want to close this on a positive note, and I want to say I can do all things through God who strengthens me. And I do not inherit sickness, for I was created in the image and likeness of God. And that's it. That's the affirmation, the mantra. I am brave because I was made in the image and likeness of God, and I am prosperous in all parts and all meanings of the word. I am prosperous, abundant, joyous, functional, and always learning in the school of life. Because in this world, you, me, and anybody who's watching this, you are a master. You are perfect in the image and likeness of God. You can even throw yourself. You can throw a pity party for yourself and stay stuck there. But I want you to be celebrating your life, not complaining about it. Okay? Just keep telling your body, I don't inherit from sickness, and eventually it will listen. Okay? God bless you all. The universe